Namaskaram, everyone. Looking at the challenging times all of us are facing due to COVID 19, most of the people are fearing their job loss. These are highly uncertain times. And even business owners are uncertain about surviving in their business. So I just thought of sharing my life story, which became a point in my life. How a challenging situation became a stepping stone for my success. So I would like to share my journey of how an employee became an entrepreneur uh, due to the challenging situation I faced in my life. Right? So this was the peak summertime, May 2006. Um, I was resuming to work after my second maternity leave and excited to begin my next project. I reached out to HR and I come to know that I got 2 as my annual appraisal rating. 2 means below average. I thought I did not hear it right. I asked him to recheck as I could not believe that someone who has been a performer used to getting performance rating of 4.5 to 5 out of 5 otherwise has been given a rating of 2 below average, and that too without any discussion with me. I was so taken aback. I just could not accept what had happened, and it had happened again. It was a big blow to my trust in the corporate world. History had repeated itself. This was the second time I had been given a below average rating while being on maternity leave. May 2004 and May 2006. Reasons being bell curve normalization. And maybe my manager took out his grudges on me for being outspoken and calling a spade a spade. In 2004, when I first time went on maternity, I was given this rating of 2. So I raised grievances across all levels in the organization, and everyone gave a year to my concerns, saying we will look into it. And a year passed by, and nothing happened. And stupid me, I was still hopeful. As time passed, it kind of repressed my emotions. My tempo came down. I was back to performer rating in 2005. So everything was kind of repressed and forgotten. But in 2006, post second maternity, when this resurfaced, it simply erupted the emotional volcano within me that I had repressed for so long. This time, it shook me completely, very deeply from within. After working for so many years with so much of ownership, belongingness, this is what I get? They said, you are too emotionally attached to your work life. Of course I was. Hence I could perform. I was so self driven, motivated, inspired to contribute. As if I stop, the company will stop. And I could see many people who were emotionally not attached, working only for the paycheck, doing just what was told, not an inch extra, and still managing to get decent ratings. And here I was. I assumed my company, my organization will take care of me. Someone who has been a workaholic has always put my work before family. And all this said to me was, we did not ask you to slog for 16-18 hours. It was your choice. We did not ask you to come on weekends. It was your choice. We did not ask you to forego your family or miss their special occasions. It was your choice. You did all this to prove yourself at work, to get good rating for your own professional growth. This just pierced me, and my heart was in thousand pieces. I was so shattered and broken. Life again taught me a very important lesson. Where was I headed? What did I accomplish? Running the rat race. Career growth, promotions, increased salary, at the cost of what? At the cost of my own health, at the cost of not meeting my parents for years, at the cost of ignoring my own family needs. It was time to reflect, introspect, and work on what really mattered to me, my priorities in life. So, I made a new list of what matters to me and assigned a priority to each item in that list. I decided to quit, stay at home, take care of my babies, take care of myself. While being pregnant, I went from 52 kgs to 75 kgs, my heaviest best, fully blown, aches and pains in the body, maternity blues. I could not even recognize myself. I stopped dressing well. I started wearing loose fitting clothes to hide all my extra fat. And I was thinking to myself, what have I become? So, what did I do next? Without thinking much, only feeling much, I resigned. I did not let all the ifs and buts and other pressures come in my way of taking the decision. Everyone around me thought I was crazy to do so, to leave such a good job where I was growing, and I had got this opportunity after struggling to find job post 3 years after engineering. They all said you will regret your decision. But I was done being unhappy at workplace and the imbalance it created in my life. It was time for course correction. So, for some time, I became a very happy homemaker. And when things settled at the home front, the entrepreneurial bug started biting. Well, no, I should not say biting, actually stinging me. So, what did I do? I put my daughters to daycare, they were 3 years and 1 year old, and I went out and spoke to shop owners, different shop owners, just like that, without thinking much whether they will share or not, what will they will think about me, nothing. Someone may call it shameless, but I call it fearless. I will call it courageous. I went and spoke to them on what is it like to run your own business. What are the challenges you face, the businesses face, and what are the benefits of running your own business? And some of them gave me golden nuggets. Some showed me away, and some gave me dirty looks. But nothing mattered to me except the learnings that I received in the process. I explored food joints, fast food joints, fashion boutiques, retail, different kinds of retail shop, different franchising options, but finally decided to start IT consulting firm. So, a average, mediocre, unnoticed student in school times to someone struggling to find job post engineering to being victim of office politics. This is how a job seeker became a job provider. This is the journey of an employee turned first generation serial entrepreneur. When I look back in time, this event became the biggest stepping stone for material success of my life, what I received from life. If my grievances would have been addressed, even if they would have made my rating 3, I would have continued as an employee. I would have never quit my job. So when I reflect back in time, I see how a challenging situation became a blessing in disguise and opened up a world full of possibilities, a whole new world of possibilities. As they say, When one door closes, another opens, a bigger and better one. Are you willing to enter that door? This event completely transformed my life, unlocking my hidden potential as an entrepreneur who ventured into 7 diverse businesses in 11 years with no prior experience of running a business. Forget about running a successful business. Right? I never dreamed in my life that I will be an entrepreneur one day. So, if you are facing challenging times now, thinking what will happen to your job, or if you're a business owner, thinking will you survive in business, what can I do now to survive, sail through in these challenging times, in these uncertain situations, just pause and reflect. There must be something bigger and better awaiting to be discovered. Your hidden potential is seeking expression. If this resonated with you, and if you would like to be part of my learning series on on the what, why, and how of entrepreneurship, if you want to start something totally new, or if you are thinking about how to survive or scale in business, I would like to invite you to my private group called World Class Entrepreneurs, where we will share key insights, powerful strategies, mindsets, and skills required to be a world class entrepreneur. Send me a message if you would like to be part of this private learning group where we mutually learn from each other. And along with your interest to join this group, just send me a note why you want to join this group. Okay. And then I will send you the invite link. Let's together build a community of world class entrepreneurs. Have a great day. I look forward to meeting you in my private group.